Hello everybody, it's Crash coming up with another clan boss video. I know a lot of you guys ask me about Warcaster, if you can do Unkillable with Warcaster. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can make Unkillable with Warcaster and Sir Nicholas or Roche card. If you do have a Roche card, the tower is definitely much better than a Sir Nicholas, just for the simple fact that his AI is much better. So for whoever doesn't know what Warcaster do, let's have a quick look at Warcaster. So he's only level 50, no masteries on him whatsoever at the moment. What you gotta do on him, get around 243 speed. You can play around with the speed, let's just say 242 to 245 speed. Don't get any masteries with turn meter on it. Don't get lot of steel with speed sets on him. And that's for all the champions you're gonna use. No lot of steel with speed sets, because that kind of messes up the threshold of speed. So we have him on 243 speed, low defense, low HP. I will explain you in a second why you gotta get low HP and defense on your champions. And how I said, for whoever doesn't know Warcaster, we have his A3 right here on a 4-turn cooldown, fully booked, places a block damage buff on all allies for 1 turn. Now, a lot of you guys asked about Warcaster, if you can make Unkillable with him and another champion. You can make Unkillable with Warcaster and Sir Nicholas, Roche card, Maneater. To do it with Maneater is a bit more complicated. It's not so accessible for most of the people, because you do require to have crazy amount of speed on Maneater. Then let's have a quick look at Sir Nicholas and the reason why he's not as great as Roche card for it. So his AI is gonna prioritize his A2 if you have him fully booked. If you're lucky and you can manage to get his A3 fully booked without booking the cooldown on his A2, that's awesome, because you won't be having this sort of problem here. What you gotta do with him is get super low HP on him and super low crit rate. That unfortunately is gonna mess up the damage he's gonna do for you, so he won't be performing at the best possible way, because he won't be dealing so much damage. But if you want the team to work on auto, that's what you gotta do. So we have him at 240 speed. I wouldn't go more than 241 on him, so 240 to 241. We have the masteries on him. Offense, typical Warmaster. We have support, no turn meter whatsoever, no cycle of magic on any of them again. No lot of steel with speed sets, because that creates problems, the same how it created for the 2 Maneater comp. The third one we're gonna use, we're gonna need somebody who places block debuffs. So I'm gonna use Warlord here. Again, simple masteries. Now we need somebody who places block debuffs on 3-turn cooldown on all allies. There are 3 available champions. Is Warlord, is Grizzle Jarl. Let me just find Grizzle Jarl for whoever doesn't know him to show it to you. So that's Grizzle Jarl right here, fully booked. He will have the same block debuffs on all allies for 1 turn, on 3-turn cooldown, fully booked. And then we have Marked, which is a rare champion from Barbarians, which has the same skill, places a block debuffs on all allies for 1 turn, on 3-turn cooldown, fully booked. You can use either one of them, and you want them to be at the threshold of speed. Wait, I gotta show you my Warlord, because she's at the wrong speed here. So in between 191 to 198. Warlord is on 195. Again, don't mess around with the speeds. You really gotta be tight in with the speeds. You do have quite a bit of more available options here on him to go between 191 and 198. Then you can add any 2 champions of your choice. You can bring 2 poisoners, whatever you guys like. So I'm gonna use a Draco in here. I just gotta get the gloves quick back on him, because seems like I forgot where I've put them. I mean, I know where they are, but I took them off and I forgot. So the gloves are just here. So now that we got him back on track, he's on 183 speed. Again, the speed needs to be really tight. Low defense, low HP, good accuracy, masteries on him. typical Warmaster, typical defense for clan boss. Again, how you see, not a lot of defense or a lot of HP. The last one we're gonna use is gonna be Skull Crusher. I chose to put a counter attack instead of another poisoner just because I'm really not using Skull Crusher anywhere else, and I just felt like he's left out completely, so I just wanted to use him somewhere. But if you do have Skull Crusher and a Sir Nicholas, you can make a much better team than this one. So I wouldn't invest in a team with Warcaster if you have Skull Crusher and St. Nicholas or Roshguard. I will be making a video about that team in the next couple of days probably. So again, his total stats, not crazy HP, not crazy defense. Again, we cannot give them a lot of defense just for the simple fact how St. Nicholas AI works. If you do have a Roshguard, you can make them with high HP, high defense, tank them for damage, whatever you guys like. But unfortunately, Sir Nicholas's AI is not as great. So we have 180 speed. I would not go on over the 180 or 181 speed on him. That would be what you need. We have pretty much random gear. We just want to make it work. I haven't tried it to do crazy damage to 2-key it. I would be able to 2-key it if I put a Vizier instead of Skull Crusher. But I just want to show you how the team works, and that is doable. I'm going to explain you the rotation and everything. Now that I showed you all the speeds and everything, we're going to bump into the key right here. This team is not going to work on Spirit whatsoever, unfortunately. If you have a Roshguard, how I said it again, instead of Sir Nicholas, the comp is going to work much better. You will be dealing more damage because you are able to build them as you like. Skull Crusher with high defense or whatever you guys like. You can probably build Roshguard with a lot of HP and everything. In order for Sir Nicholas to use his A3 instead of A2, he needs to be on low HP, don't have full crit rate, and we're gonna have to manual a couple of extra turns just so my team gets lower. So then Sir Nicholas will start prioritizing his A3 instead of A2 when the teammates get lower. So we're gonna start the rotation with placing block damage from him. We're gonna use his A1 here, A1 here, and throw in the poisons, place the counter attack up, A1. Again, we're placing Unkillable now with him. We're gonna use A1 again here. So, very important, on turn 3, you have the block debuffs champion. Which one you picked? You picked the Warlord, if you have a Warlord, Grizzle Jarl, or if you have Marked, you're gonna have to use your block debuffs on the stun every time. So you start the rotation from here. The cooldown is gonna be on point, so nobody gets stunned like this. We're gonna use A1. A1 again. So from here, if you have a Roshguard, you can easily click Oro and don't have to worry about it. Oh, I said Sir Nicholas's AI is not as great. So we're placing block damage again here. Some of the turns is not gonna be a problem because he's gonna get 2 turns when he has the cooldown on his A2 at the beginning, so that will work fine, but they will slowly overlap the turns and then it's not gonna work anymore. So we're placing Unkillable here. Slowly we're gonna start taking more damage the more we go into the turns. So this is a tricky team in this format right here. A1 again. We are on a stun turn, so we're gonna have to place a block debuff so nobody gets stunned. A1 is gonna come in afterwards with his A3 there and place block damage on everybody. We're gonna do that. And we can slightly click a bit of Oro here till they get a bit lower and stuff. We did got that Unkillable from him. But the next turn, for example, we might get the A2 on the same cooldown with the A3, and that's when the thing they're gonna get messed up if we leave it on Oro. I just gotta pay attention that I will have to use manual at that point. So you see right here, he would have used his A2 at the moment because our team is not that low yet. Of course, Warlord, it does heal the team a bit, so it might not be necessarily the best option, but it does work with Warlord as well. Now, let me know if you guys would like to actually see Unkillable with Man-Eater and Warcaster. I do warn you that Man-Eater needs to be over 300 speed. So it's up to you guys for whoever will have the possibility to make it. I will bring it to light if you guys want. Just let me know if you do. So hopefully we will be safe from here to actually stay on Oro. We're about to find out probably. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be anymore because they're getting pretty low. We will be getting a bit healed and stuff, but it won't be enough. Now I'm gonna fast forward from here towards the end, guys. We're gonna see the damage and we're gonna talk about a bit the ups and downs of the team. Right, so we got to the end of it. We got 25 million damage. We have no masteries whatsoever on Warcaster. How you can see, Sir Nicholas did a low amount of damage just for the simple fact that we cannot give him full crit rate. We cannot give him a crazy amount of HP. I really haven't tried to go crazy on this comp to make it to 2-key the clan boss. I just put Skull Crusher in there just because I wanted to use him because he's just sitting in my vault and I'm not using him anywhere. Is a decent comp to do, but if you do have a Skull Crusher and a Sir Nicholas, I have a much better comp for it, which is a easy 2-key for an Ultra Nightmare. Now, you can use a different Poisoner instead of Skull Crusher. You can use Vizier instead of it. If you do have a Vizier with Dracomorph, you have a Marked or a Grizzle Jarl here. Again, you cannot give them a lot of defense and HP because you do want to click Oro as fast as possible. You don't want to hang in there and manual half of the clan boss. That's the ups and the downs that I don't really like. The downs because you cannot get the max out of Sir Nicholas. You can use them like this. 3-key is not a problem. The other down is that it doesn't work on Spirit, which I'm not really fond of it. I do like my comp to run on every single affinity. But a lot of you guys wanted to see Warcaster. There he is. You can do it in these manners. That's the damage you get with roughly average gear on them, because it's nothing too crazy on them whatsoever. Everyone pretty much can get this gear who's mid-game to end-game without a problem. If that's the best option you can have for for clan boss, a Warcaster and Sir Nicholas or Roshkart, that's how you can make it, guys. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notification for more content. See when we're dropping up the next video. Thanks again for watching, and till next time, guys, peace out and take care.